Batting 8, third baseman number 17, Jackson Grace. Batting 9, shortstop by third and 2, Tegan Carey. Head coach Roy Muller, assistant coaches Hank Arnold, Tim Huffman. Here's the starting lineup for your Pinnacle Pioneers. Batting leadoff, playing second base, number 4, Nolan Brooks. Batting second, left fielder, number 8, John Lallinger. Batting third, catching, number 5, Trey Newman. Batting fourth, right fielder, number 7, Dylan Doherty. Batting fifth, designated hitter, number 12, Nick Bomarito. Batting sixth, shortstop, number 6, Colby Pinnacle. Batting seventh, third baseman, number 24, Mike Saylor.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 2, Chaparral versus Pinnacle. We are now, 24 hours later, on the campus of Pinnacle High School in North Phoenix, kind of Desert Ridge area. We are just minutes away from game time. We've got both teams out on the field getting prepared for the national anthem. Coaches Roy Muller and Tom Abrams still out meeting with the umpire a little bit. It's senior day here at Pinnacle High, so the last home game for the Pioneers, depending on their playoff seeding. We'll talk a little bit more about playoffs and playoff seeding here in a minute. Coaches shake hands with the umpires, and it looks like we are just about ready for the national anthem, and then the teams will most likely take the field. Actually, it looks like they're gonna have a first pitch here. Coach Muller out there. Looks like Trey Newman with his Danielson headband on is going to catch the first pitch from the lefty.
As he attends most of our home games. We thank you for all you've done for our program.
After the national anthem, we'll get you some lineups, get you a little look back on yesterday's game. Not a whole lot to look back other than a huge win for the Firebirds. Mostly.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask that you please rise and direct your attention.
So it is now time for the national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Play ball.
Let's play some baseball. It is time to go. So let's first talk about who's coming to the plate for the Firebirds, the visiting team today. Leading off, Enzo Apodaca. He's out in center field. Connor Jones in the 2-hole in the left. Tyler Stone in his normal 3 spot over at first base. Anthony Laguna, after a 3-for-3 day yesterday, is hitting in the 5-hole behind Stone. He's doing the catching today. Cade Carney at second base. Trevor Long, the DH. Logan Bach back in right field. Jackson Grace over at third base. And Tegan Carey at shortstop. Yesterday's game, a heck of a game for the Firebirds. Exactly what they were looking for. A huge Desert Valley 6A in-region win by the Firebirds, mostly on an outstanding effort by Andrew Carroll. Andrew Carroll threw a complete game shutout. That's pretty impressive on its own. He gave up a total of 3 hits. 2 to Trey Newman, good hitter, and a chopper to Jackson Moll. The minimum number of batters you can face in a high school game is 21. Andrew Carroll actually only faced 22 hitters in the game. A couple more things. The Pioneers, so you only face 22. That means with the 3 hits, no walks. That means they turned 2 double plays, and Anthony Laguna threw a guy out trying to steal. The Pioneers never had a base runner reach third base. That is utter, total, and complete dominance by a young man that could not drive himself to school. So a fantastic outing by Andrew Carroll.
Let's go, Zoe!
Enzo Apodaca getting ready to dig in. Trey Newman out to talk to Max Kendall, the pitcher today for the Pioneers. So Kendall getting ready to toe the rubber. Kendall is a right-handed senior. Enzo ready to go, and we are off and running in the top of the first. Fastball paints the outside corner, called strike 1. 0-1 to Enzo, leading off the top of the first.
Yeah, Lady Lag, really? Still, yeah, really? Yeah.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Kendall quickly ahead in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. And Enzo leading off the first. Down and away, doesn't get the call. Newman sticks it there for a while, trying to get the call. Good 8 to 10 off the outside half. Good take there by Enzo. One of the tough things about being the leadoff guy, not sure how far he's going to go. Flips it out to left field. That left fielder coming in hard. Shortstop calling for it. He's going to take it. Colby Konecko catches a routine pop-up over by shortstop. And 4 pitches in, Max Kendall's got the first out for the Pioneers.
Let's go, Jonesy.
1 down, Jones now coming to the plate. Jones, a left-handed hitting senior, playing left field today. Jones swings at the first pitch, kind of flips it out to left field. Left fielder's camping, makes a one-handed catch, and a quick second out from Max Kendall. So 5 pitches in, Kendall's got 2 down, and Tyler Stone digging in, trying to get the inning going here. Stone in the top 10 in the state in home runs in 6A. Leading the 6A Desert Valley Conference in home runs. Fastball up and away, foul, that'll play down the left field line. Kendall ready for the 0-1. Down and away, Stone flips it over to third base. Third baseman comes up throwing, and he got him out to the dive. So Michael Saylor makes a dive towards the line. Stone was a little late. Saylor makes a dive towards the line, gets up, bounces it in the grass, and it's a bang-bang play at first, and the Pioneers get the call. So a 6-3 ground out for the third out. And a quick inning there for Max Kendall. Ends up being a 7-pitch first for Max Kendall. So we're going to move on to the bottom of the first. Nolan Brooks, John Lowinger, and Trey Newman in just a minute.
Now leading
And
off
off we
your
go
Pioneers,
in
your
the bottom of the
second
first.
baseman, number 4, Nolan Brooks.
Leading off the senior second baseman, Nolan Brooks. So Nolan most likely playing his last home game here at Pinnacle High School. He is going to Evansville College next year. So I'm assuming the weather right now in Evansville isn't as nice as it is here. So Nolan going to get a little cold weather in him. Chandler Hutchins on the mound for the Firebirds. He's ready to go. First pitch misses up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the first. Firebirds went 1-2-3 in the top. Fastball misses up and in. 2-0 now to Nolan. Got to try and keep Brooks off the bases. He's a plus runner, and he's a kid that knows how to run the bases. He could easily turn a walk into a triple by stealing second and third. Curveball right in there. Good 2-0
Job,
pitch.
Chandler.
Spin one over the dish and steal a strike. 2-1 to Brooks. Rolls over to third base underneath Jackson Grace's glove. Hit pretty hard. Jackson made a little dive and got under his glove. So that's a single to left.
John Lowinger.
And now you got a plus runner at first, a plus runner at the plate. And it'd be hard to turn a double play here with those two guys on base. Hutchins out of the stretch and the pitch. Pours it in there, gets ahead. No balls, 1 strike. Good job by Chandler coming out, throwing strikes. Probably going to see some picks here. You got to figure Brooks is going to be out of there at some point. Chandler doing a good job. Little chopper over to third base. Grace picks it up, throws it over to first for the first out.
Now batting catcher number 5, Trey Newman.
And that brings up Newman. Trey Newman stepping in, going to Utah Valley next year, the senior catcher. Coach Trey for the last 3, 4, 5 years is one of the catchers on our club team. Heck of a kid. Controls the game, leads the club. Hit 2 hits yesterday, so Newman went 2 for 3 yesterday. Had 2 of the 3 hits yesterday against Andrew Carroll. Newman ready to go. Brooks on second now after the ground out by Lowinger. And Chandler's going to have to watch Brooks because he will definitely look to steal third here if he has any chance. Down and away. Newman check swing called like a changeup. Newman went down and chased it a little bit. No balls, 1 strike. Based on his 2 hits yesterday, a little surprised they don't have Tegan Carey holding Brooks on at second and move Cade Carney back in the hole because both balls he hit yesterday were the opposite field. Fastball, I guess, stays up. Called the ball. Should look like it was belt high. I'm going to call that ball in the middle of the plate. So 1-1 to Newman. Chandler ready to go. A 1-1. Breaking ball, middle of the plate, hit high. Enzo having to come in from center field a little bit. Makes the catch. And you got 2 quick outs now for Chandler Hutchins.
Number 7, Dylan Doherty.
It was a shallow fly ball there by Newman. And that's going to bring up Dylan Doherty. So Doherty digging in. Brooks still at second. Brooks will score pretty much on anything hit to the outfield that's base hit. His speed is real good. So he should score pretty easily. And he almost took third right there. You see Brooks hopping out there.
Hey, mix your looks up.
You can tell that Nolan's going to take that base. If you give it to him, he'll be gone. And he's been timing Chandler now for, that was the 4th pitch he got to time him. And you can bet if Chandler's not switching up 1 look, 2 look, no look, different times, different lengths of time, Nolan's going to, he's going to look to steal that base and put some pressure on Anthony Laguna, who will have to block anything in the dirt. Doherty fouls off the 0-1. dribbles it over towards the third base dugout. The 0-2. Inside move, good job. Just keep changing it up. Make it look different. Don't allow Brooks to time you. Don't allow him to get into a rhythm where he can tell when you're going to lift, because what he'll do is he'll take off a couple steps early thinking that he's got the timing. He'll hop into it. Change up, down.
Good job,
Swing and
Chandler.
a miss. Excuse me. 1-2 now. First pitch was a ball, was up. A good pitch there by Chandler, keeping the off-speed pitch down. Doherty swung right over it, soft fastball, was out early, swung over the top of it. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Good sharp breaking ball. Definitely Chandler's top pitch. That pitch is quality. Two-two on Doherty. Brooks still out at second after a leadoff single. Hutchins ready in the 2-2. Change up, fouled it off right there at home plate. Good pitch again by Chandler. Hutchins kept the ball down on the outside half. Doherty got out early, just fouled it off. There's a good block by Anthony Laguna.
Good job, Lags.
Tough pitch there that bounced in the left-handed hitter's batter's box. So good job there by Laguna to keep Brooks out at second base. We're in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, no score. 3-2 to Dylan Doherty. Ground ball hit up the middle. Got to keep it in or Brooks is going to score. Play at the plate. Here we go. And he is safe at the plate. So that's one of those singles as the ball skipped up the middle that I'm sure the coaching staff will talk to Cade Carney and say, no matter what you do, you keep that ball in, make the next guy get a base hit. I think it's a single up the middle. And because it's a single, it actually counts as an RBI. And there's no error on the play because Carney went deep to his backhand. But I would think Cade would say, I know the coaching staff's going to tell you, you do everything in your power to not let that ball get into the outfield because that's the only way that run would have scored on that ball. Knock it down, keep it in, let's go first and third and see what happens. Instead, Brooks scores, 1-0 Pioneers. Doherty at first. Bomarito now at the plate. Fastball middle, fouled off down the left field side. Wynn's going to push it back. Jackson Grace goes and chases it down in foul territory and makes the catch. So that's the third out of the inning, but not before they get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 man left on base. We go to the top of 2. Firebirds bringing up Anthony Laguna, Cade Carney, and Trevor Long in about 1 minute. Anthony Laguna leading off for the Firebirds. Top of 2, down 1-0, facing Max Kendall. Kendall looks a lot more like a power pitcher. He came at the Firebirds in that first inning with just a whole bunch of fastballs. From one of the parents here, we're hearing that he's upper 80s, maybe once in a while touch 90, so he's going to a little more velocity than the Firebirds have seen in a while. Fastball misses up and in.
Job, Lax.
1 ball, no strikes. Quick 7-pitch inning in the first for Kendall. So Firebirds looking to pile up some pitches. Fastball down, ripped out towards second base. Second baseman gets a piece of it. Nolan Brooks jumped up, got a snow cone of it. As he landed, it flipped out of his glove, and that is a single for Anthony Laguna.
Number 4, Cade Carney.
They had him played perfectly. Trey
All right,
Newman,
Kate, let's go
I
work.
saw him move the center fielder over into right center. They had Nolan Brooks in the right place. It's just 2 more inches and that ball's caught, and we'll take it. So a single for Laguna brings up Cade Carney. Firebirds have done a lot of action first pitch with runner on first, nobody else. Let's see if they do it again. Tristan Regan now, and as the courtesy runner. Carney big, swing and a miss on a fastball away. So Tristan is now at first as the courtesy runner for Anthony Laguna. 0-1 on Cade Carney. See if Kendall's pretty quick to the plate. Pretty quick there. He squares to bunt, bunts it right back to the pitcher. Pitcher's got to go to first. Jackson Moltz is there and makes the easy play, so it's a bunt back to the pitcher. And that's the first out of the inning. So Carney with the sack bunt, 1-3 put out. And that brings up Trevor Long. Long yesterday was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. Trevor looking to get it going here before the playoffs. He's the DH today. He's a junior. Early commit to the University of Arizona. And the pitch. Fastball up and in. Jammed him a little bit. No balls. 1 strike now to Trevor Long. Tristan Regan at second base after the sack bunt by Cade Carney. Kendall ready to go, and the 0-1 pitch. Big breaking ball, paints the outside corner, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes now to Long. Logan Bach on deck, Jackson Grace in the hole. Firebirds trying to get something going here. Put some runs on the board early in the game. Kendall comes set at the waist, and the pitch. Breaking ball up and away, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Come on, Logie.
So Long strikes out swinging, and that brings Logan Bach to the plate.
Right for the number 12, Logan Bach.
Hey, keep it in front, infield.
Infielders getting info from their dugout. We talked about it a little bit earlier with Cade Carney. There's the back pick going into second base. Gets away. Reagan doesn't notice that the ball got away. Gets out to the center fielder on the back pick from Trey Newman. He dives back in safely. I think if he would have noticed right away that it got away from Nolan Brooks, he would have been able to advance onto third base. Bach takes the first pitch for a ball, so it's 1-0 to Bach. And we go. I was saying earlier, the Pioneer dugout is saying, keep it in the infield. Everything stays in. And that's that. We're not going to let Reagan score on a ball in the infield. We'd rather take a bruise and knock it down than let it get through and let Reagan with his speed score from second. Bach takes a big swing, fouls it down the third base side. Foul. Outfielder gives it a little chase. 1-1 now to Bach. 2 out. Top of 2. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball away, swings right through it. 1-2 now to Bach. Kendall got to step off and reset. Again, with a runner on second base, often there's going to be multiple signs given. You don't want Tristan Reagan relaying signs to Logan Bach. I don't know if the Firebirds have worked on that. I'm assuming they have. So that's why you're given multiple signs. Fastball away, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Kendall goes out, strikes out the 2 consecutive hitters there, and the Firebirds finish up the second.
Is now open.
Firebirds get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. It's Colby Kometko, Michael Saylor, and Jackson Moltz in 1 minute. We go to the bottom of the second. Leading off against Chandler Hutchins is Colby Kometko. He's a junior shortstop for the Pioneers. So Kometko ready to go. Hutchins out of the windup ready to go, and we're off in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Pioneers. Fastball stays a little up. Called ball 1. 1-0 now to Kometko. Rolls it over to third base. A little 2-hopper, chest high for Jackson Grace. He throws it up the line, and that's going to be an E5 on Grace.
Batting your third baseman,
It
number
was
24,
up the line.
Mike
Tyler Stone went up as
Saylor.
high as he could, but he had to go towards the right field foul pole to catch it. That pulled him off the bag, so Kometko
Hey, roll
reaches
it up.
on an air. Michael Saylor, who we saw yesterday in the 4-hole, is now down in the 7-hole. Saylor yesterday was 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a pop-up, and a 6-4-3 game-ending double play by Andrew Carroll. So Hutchins ready to go. Kometko on first. Off-speed pitch, pours it in there on the inside half. No balls, 1 strike to Saylor. Not a huge lead over at first by Kometko. Breaking ball, misses down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Gotta wonder if maybe the Pioneers do a little hit and run or something here. Kometko not with a big lead, so if he's running, gonna need Saylor's help at the plate. Got him on a, fooled him on a changeup down and away. Kind of a half swing by Saylor there as he chased the changeup out of the strike zone. So 1-2 to Saylor. Kometko on first after the error by Grace. And the 1-2. Got him again with another changeup, sinking down out of the strike zone. Good pitch there by
Batting your first baseman, number 10,
Chandler
Jackson
Hutchins.
Moltz.
1 out now, bringing up Jackson Moltz, the first baseman. He's a senior going to Scottsdale Community College. As I said, going to go and play for head coach Alex Cherney and the Artichokes right there on the 101 in Chaparral, I guess. So Moltz the plate now. He went 1 for 2 yesterday. Ground ball single and a strikeout. And the 0-0. Up and in. I don't know if they obviously did not get Moltz. Sure looked like it did. I don't know how he got away from it. But it went up over and behind his back. Must have been Laguna who got a little bit of leather on it that skips away, and that allows Kometko to move up to second base on the wild pitch. So 1-0 to Moltz. Kometko now in scoring position. Kind of the same rule here. Leave your feet. If it's a bad hop, you're going to have to eat it and take a bruise. Got to keep the ball in. Change up, misses down, 2-0. I like the pitch choice that Anthony Laguna is calling here today, using that Chandler Hutchins changeup to keep guys off his fastball. With a 2-0 to Jackson Moltz, 1 out, bottom of 2. 1-0 Pioneers. Hutchins ready in the 2-0. Good spot. Paints the outside corner, down and away.
There you go, Chandler.
Really a pretty good take there by Jackson Moltz. He is not looking to move Colby Kometko up to third with just a ground ball hit to the right side. He is looking to drive him in. 2-1 now to Moltz. Little ground ball hits out the shortstop. Tegan Carey comes and gets it. Flips it over to Tyler Stone, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Another good pitch there by
number 2,
Chandler Hutchins.
Jepson.
Change up down. Moltz just pounded into the ground. Candy hop for Tegan Carey, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 down now. Jack Jepson coming to the plate. Jepson just yesterday was 0 for 2. Pop up to the catcher and a fly out to right. Jepson is a senior. He participated in the Senior Day festivities here at Pinnacle High School for the seniors. Ground ball rolled over to Tyler Stone. He goes and gets it on the backhand.
Job,
Flips
boys.
to Hutchins. Hutchins is able to get there and seemed to twist his knee a little bit. It didn't look like an ankle. It looked like a knee. He got to the bag, got the call on the 3-1 putout, but he kind of landed awkwardly. And Chandler seems to be holding his knee out on the ground out there by first base. So let's hope it was just a tweak and not a twist. And then he jumps up here in a minute and jogs off. Coaches are out to look at Chandler. Coach Abrams out there. The Chaparral players are all out there looking at Chandler, hoping that he's going to be fine. The trainer from the Pioneers is now out working on it. So the home team provides the athletic training professionals for each game, so that if a young man does get hurt, we have somebody here that's qualified to look at a young man and try to determine where they're at and what they need. And I'm not a fan of him being helped off the field. Let's hope this looks like he's starting to put some weight on it, so that's hopefully a good sign. And let's hope that it loosens up a little bit and feels a little better here. But right now, Chandler Hutchins gets helped into the dugout, and that could really change the pitching plan for the Firebird coaches. To close up the bottom of the 2nd, the Pioneers get no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. And we are off to Jackson Grace, Tegan Carey in the top of the order, Enzo Apodaca. We are off to the top of the 3rd. Jackson Grace leading off for the Firebirds, 1-0 Pioneers. So Grace leading off, 1-0 Pioneers. We're in the top of the 3rd now. And the pitch. Fastball misses down. Jackson yesterday went 0 for 2. Ground out to the third baseman and a fly out to center.
I don't know.
Fastball misses down and in. 2-0 now to Grace.
Hey, zone something up, be on time.
2-0 to Gracie. Trying to get something going here for the Firebirds. Trying to get a chance to get this thing evened up at least. Max Kindle on the mound. Steps off. Going to reset. So the 2-0 to Grace. Fastball away. Hit up the middle. Bounces off the pitcher's leg. And Grace is going to beat it out at first base for an infield knock. Hit it hard. Went off Max Kindle's leg. Went off the foot or ankle. Bounded out to Nolan Brooks, who just didn't have time. So that's going to be an infield single for Jackson Grace. And the Firebirds have that coveted leadoff runner on. Trey Newman goes out to
Let's go, team.
check on Max Kindle. He tells Trey to get back in there and let's go. So Kindle is all right. Grace now at first, and Tegan Carey digging in. Nobody out, top of the third. And a pitch. Fastball down and away. Good take there by Tegan. Not willing to say that was right there, and definitely one you want to take in an 0-0 count. A little surprised we didn't see the bunt. Usually Coach Abrams likes to bunt in these situations. Breaking ball misses down and away. 1-1 now to Tegan. Never know. You got Michael Saylor right in on the grass, ready to crash if Tegan squares. So could see a hit and run right here. You never know. Fastball down and in. Nothing going on. And Carey moves the count to 2-1. Kindle's set and the pitch. Down and in, rolled over to the shortstop. Shortstop to second. Nolan Brooks flips it to first. Carey beats it, so avoids the double play. Jackson Grace out on the fielder's choice. 6-4. And Tegan Carey now on first base after the fielder's choice. That brings up the leadoff hitter, Enzo Apodaca. Enzo 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to the shortstop. 2 for 3 yesterday, or 1 for 3, excuse me. Single to the left, ground out to second, and a ground out to second. So Enzo now digging in, trying to get something going for the Firebirds. Fastball ripped down the first baseline foul.
There you go.
That one did not get past him. He was ready. Oh, 0-1 to Enzo. Kendall ready. Breaking ball misses down.
There you go. Way to see it.
Getting a little bit of a pattern. That's 3 out of the last 5 hitters where we go fastball, strike 1, breaking ball, ball 1. So on deck guy, the guys in the dugout need to be noticing that. Fastball flipped out to left field. Long run for the left fielder. He's actually coasting over to us, kind of playing Enzo that way. It ends up being a routine fly ball to left. So on the fastball away, Enzo flies out to left for the second out of the inning, and that brings up Connor Jones.
Let's go, Jonesy.
Jones 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to left his first at bat. Was the courtesy runner yesterday. Ended up scoring a run yesterday in the 2-0 game. Jones digging in, 2 outs. Kendall on the mound, and a pitch. Fastball away, called, strike 1. Let's see if he stays with the pattern. And Trey Newman calls for the breaking ball here. Oh, 0-1 to Jones. Tegan Carey leading off first. Misses fastball down and away. Kind of fell off the mound that time. Body follows head, so you pull your head out, your body's going to follow it. So Max Kindle kind of pulled off and ended up finishing over heading towards first base. Carey leading off, got a pretty good lead over at first base. Kindle comes set, and the 1-1. Misses down and away. 2-1 now to Jones.
It really slowed up.
2 outs, top of 3. Pioneers 1, Firebirds nothing. And the pitch. Fastball ripped into right field. Right field looks like it's right at him. He takes 1 step in, hits him in the middle of the chest, so a line out by Connor Jones ends the 3rd for the Firebirds. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Coming up, top of the order, Nolan Brooks, John Lowinger, and Trey Newman in 1 minute. All right, folks, we are back for the bottom of the 3rd. The reason why you're seeing a lot of warm-up pitches here is Chandler Hutchins did get injured enough where he could not come out for the bottom of the 3rd. Now, I do see him down in the dugout standing up leaning against the rail, so that's a really good sign, because if it was real bad, they would have that thing up on ice and taking care of it. So seeing him standing up, even if he's taking some weight off, it's still a good thing. What that means for Tyler Stone, the new pitcher, is Tyler was able to take as many warm-up pitches as he felt he needed due to the injury. So that's why instead of seeing 8 warm-up pitches in between the inning, you got to see maybe 15 or 20. So very exciting stuff. You get to see Tyler Stone warm up. And now we go to the top of the order. 1-0 Pioneers.
Second baseman, number 4, Nolan Brooks.
Nolan Brooks going to step in and face Stone. He's singled to 3rd base his first at bat, hit a hard ground ball, kind of got underneath on a dive, got underneath Jackson Grace's glove. So Grace gives a good effort, ball just scoots underneath. Brooks just yesterday went 0 for 3, fly out, double play ball, and a ground out to third. As we said before, Brooks got plus speed, so got to be prepared. Breaking ball on the outside from Tyler Stone, misses, down and away. 1 ball, no strikes now to Brooks. We said before, Brooks is a Evansville commit. His dad was over here. We were talking to him about the weather in Evansville. He had already had it figured out. He'll just follow the team to Nashville and watch some games in Nashville. That sounds like a good plan. 1-0 down and away. 2-0 now to Brooks. Fastball down and away. Flipped over to first base. The replacement for Tyler Stone, John Flores, takes a couple steps to his right, makes the catch. So big first out there for Tyler Stone.
John Lowinger.
And that's the first out of the inning, bringing up John Lowinger. Lowinger grounded out to Grace at third base last inning. 0 for 1 on the day. 0 for 3 yesterday. Ground out a couple pop-ups. So the Firebirds have handled Lowinger so far. Stone kicks and deals. Breaking ball, pours it in there for strike 1 called. 0-1 now to Lowinger. Stone working quick. Fastball away. Shot down the right field line, just foul by a foot. That one was going to roll all the way to the fence, and Lowinger would have been on his horse. Instead, we get the 6-inch benefit there, and that thing falls just outside the line. And instead, the count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Lowinger. Fastball misses up. Stone trying to get him to chase there. Stone is a junior. Plays first base, hits in the 3-hole, and is also one of the pitchers on the staff. He's an early commit to the University of Mexico. There's breaking ball up the middle. Cade Carney way over in the 4-hole. Not sure if they were planning on Lowinger hitting the ball the other way. He has not yet in his 4 at-bats, so a little surprising to see Carney way over in the 4-hole. So that's a ground ball base hit kind of up the middle there by Lowinger, bringing up Newman. So Trey Newman stepping in with 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Pioneers. Tyler Stone is pitching now after the injury over at first base by Chandler Hutchins. Looked like it was a knee. Hope it was just a tweak and they're just being super careful. Stone kicks and deals, breaking ball, catches the inside corner, called strike 1 to Newman. Newman 0 for 1 today. 2 for 3 yesterday. Flew out to center field. Big breaking ball and a big hack by Newman. Swinging a miss. Stone with a good pitch there. Got it in the bottom of the zone. Maybe even Newman chased it a little bit out of the zone. So 0-2 to Newman. 1 out. Bottom of 3. Lowinger leading off. Stone ready. Picks over, gets back in safely, diving back. Good job by Tyler there. I'm sure Tyler and Anthony Laguna both know Lowenger's got plus speed. He's going to run at some point. We got to be ready to go, got to be ready for a delay. Got to try and get that runner in scoring position. Breaking ball misses down and away. Good pitch there by Stone. The one reason you won't see a steal here is you're not going to take the bat out of the hands of Trey Newman. I mean, he's the middle of your lineup guy. He's the guy that does all the damage. It's not worth it. Tyler Stone will just pitch around him and face the next guy and go for the double play. So similar to what the Firebirds face, where we don't want base runners in front of Tyler Stone moving and opening up that base. Want to see if they'll pitch to him. Let them try and get a double play and get him some pitches to hit. Stone picks over. Lowinger dives back. Stone ready. Lowinger on the run. Breaking ball. Fouled off at the plate by Newman. Lounger got a good jump there and would have stole that one easy. Stone threw a good pitch, bottom of the strike zone on a breaking ball. So that's 4 straight breaking balls to Newman. Let's see if Tyler tries to sneak one by him on the inside half. I would not try and sneak one by him on the outside half. Trey has always handled the outside half. Yesterday, in his 2 knocks, he got a double to right and a single up the middle, both pitches kind of middle away. It's just not the place you want to try and attack Trey Newman. Fastball down and away. Should have got the call because it was right there. Looks like the umpire got fooled by the fastball. Newman takes it. Stone doesn't get the call, and it goes to 2-1. Seen pitches farther than that called off the plate. Couldn't have been down. 2-2 to Newman now. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. Lounger at first, leading off. Breaking ball away, misses. Newman's now fought the count to full. You have to assume that Louinger's going to be on the run here. There's really no reason to leave him there. You know Stone's got to throw a strike here. Take your chances that he doesn't hit a line drive and get doubled up. That's part of the game. But you got to figure Lounger will now be off and running. Picks over to first. Lounger back. Stone set, picks over again. Good job. Trying to just see if Lounger will lean a little bit too much. Extra half step here. If Newman swings and misses, go for a strike him out, throw him out, and end of the inning. So Stone set again. Lounger takes off. Fastball middle ripped into left field by Newman. Going to third on the throw. Beats him by a mile on Lounger right there. So Connor Jones, it's a missile hit to him. John Lounger, for some reason, thought he could go first to third. And Connor Jones kind of had to tackle it a little bit because it was hit so hard. But then just throws a one-hopper into Jackson Grace, and Grace had time to have a picnic before Lounger got there and then tagged him out. So 2 down now after the base running mistake by Lounger. He gets caught on his way to third on a 7-5 put out for the 2nd out. Newman with a hard single to left. Now the courtesy runner in for Newman. And you're facing Dylan Doherty, who had a RBI single his first at bat. And that ball ripped up the middle. Another single by Doherty on the first pitch. And the base running error now looms even larger.
Number 12, Nick Bomarito.
So the rocket single by Doherty brings up Nick Bomarito. He fouled out to the 3rd baseman, his first at bat to end the 1st inning. So now you got runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Still 1-0 Pioneers. And the pitch, breaking ball, spins it in there. How is that not a strike? That landed below the hitter's waist. And he calls it a ball. I'm not getting it here, folks. We are flipping a coin back there. So the 1-0, fastball away, fouled off by Bomarito. You could tell by Tyler Stone's body language, you got to be kidding me. What else do I need to do besides split the dish, belt high on an 0-0 pitch? It's not that tough. I'm throwing 2 pitches. Shouldn't be getting fooled by a breaking ball. High school kids do throw curveballs. All right, enough of that. Off to the pitch. 1-1 now to Bomarito. Fastball popped up to the left side. Jackson Grace calling it. Makes the catch and the inning ends.
Good job, boys. Let's hit.
So the base running blunder is a huge one for the Firebirds, as that could have been a much bigger inning. They get no runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left on base. So the base running mistake cost them at least 1. And we move to the top of the 4th. Tyler Stone, Anthony Laguna, and Cade Carney in about 1 minute. Tyler Stone leading us off in the top of the fourth, excuse me. It'll be Stone, Laguna, and Kearney. Tyler now the pitcher, 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to the shortstop. Stone digs in against Kendall, and we're ready to go. Breaking ball, misses down. I think if he called that one a strike, Tyler Stone might have just body slammed him. Just Jimmy Snuka off the top turnbuckle. After the calls he didn't get last inning. Fastball middle, big swing and a miss by T. Stone there. Maybe a little too big. That one he came out of his shorts. Fouled off a fastball in the middle of the plate. It goes to 1-1. Very similar game as we saw yesterday against these two teams. A lot of defense, a lot of pitching. Breaking ball stays up and away. Better not call that. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Hey, zone something up.
Looks like the
Something you can drive.
Firebirds are marching down to the bullpen to get somebody loose. Makes sense. Tyler hasn't been on the mound in a while.
Hey, best count right now.
Can't
One pitch,
expect
one
Tyler
spot.
Stone to go out and handle 4 or 5 innings of relief when he hasn't been on the mound in a while, hasn't been extended. So it looks like it's going to be a bullpen day for the Firebirds.
Good AB.
Fastball up and
Good
away,
AB.
misses. Base on balls for Tyler Stone, and that's a big start to
Catcher
the
number
inning for the
10,
Firebirds.
Laguna.
Anthony Laguna rolling to the plate. He's a little hitterish these days. Number 1, he doesn't get cheated. He'll throw his back out swinging, but he does not get cheated. He was 3 for 3 yesterday, 1 for 1 today, and the baseball looks like a beach ball right now to Anthony Laguna. And you can bet, depending on how good the video is, he's going to come out of his shorts as soon as he sees a strike, or not a strike, either way. So he chases one down and away, and that's all right. That's who and what he is. You're not going to get cheated.
Let's go, big legs.
So 0-1 to Laguna. Stone leading off first. He gets courtesy ran for by our pitcher, full-time pitcher, part-time courtesy runner, Mason Dillo. And I always have to say it, with abandon. Mason will be going 1,000 miles an hour with full effort if he's cut loose on the bases. So Dillo courtesy running at first. Laguna 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball too far out. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Laguna. Not even a speck of wind here today. A little cloudy. Beautiful day in Arizona. Fastball middle. Laguna takes a big rip and pops it up to Jackson Moltz at first base. Moltz backs up a couple steps, makes the easy catch, and that's the first out of the inning.
Second baseman number 4.
That's the first time the Pioneers have been able to get Anthony Laguna out. 1 down there. Cade Kearney now to the plate. Left-handed junior. Hit a 0 for 0 on the day, had a sac bunt. Moving Tristan Riggin, the courtesy runner, up in the 2nd inning.
Come on, Kate.
Kearney flips it over the third baseman's head. That's a wounded duck that falls in front of the left fielder. We will take it. A shimp right over the third baseman's head. And
Come on,
it
T-Long, you
counts
do,
as
baby.
a line drive and looks like a missile in Ron Stone's
Number 11,
game changer over there. So jam shot base hit for Cade Kearney.
Come on, Trev. Line
Puts a
drive.
second runner now on base. So Long now, the DH, he struck out his first time, 0 for 3 yesterday. In there with 1 out, looking to do some damage. Breaking ball, splits the dish, middle, called, strike 1. 0-1 now to Long. Dillo at second, Kearney at first, 1 out. Top of the 4th. Kendall steps off. He and Newman got a reset. Make sure you got your signs straight here. Can't afford to have you keep trying like the Dickens to keep this double play in order if you're the Pioneer battery here. Kendall comes set at the waist in the 0-1. Breaking ball, big swing and a miss. It was a hanger, a little up. Trevor did the right thing going after it, trying to pull it. So 0-2 to Long now. 2 runners on, 1 out, top of the 4th. Max Kendall on the hill, facing Trevor Long. And the pitch. Fastball down and away, misses. Tried to get the call, too far down and away. 1-2 now. And the 1-2. Breaking ball, flipped out to center field. That one looks like it's going to die.
Yeah!
It falls.
Good job, Trevor! Love
That
it, baby.
breaking ball
Come on, Logie. There you go, pop it loose, baby.
wounded quail on that one, and the Firebirds we will take it as Long flips one into center field. It drops in front of the center fielder. So now you got Dillo at third, Carney out at second, Trevor Long at first, and that brings Logan Bach to the plate. Bach now with the bases loaded. He struck out his first at bat. Fastball middle, fouled, straight back. We're 46 pitches now for Max Kendall as we're into the top of the 4th. So pretty reasonable number of pitches here by Kendall. The 0-1 to Bach. Fastball misses up and away. Mason Dillo better be prepared. He and Trey Newman making eye contact. Dillo shaking his head at him. Just be prepared. Newman's pretty crafty. He's looking for free outs on every base. I will guarantee that. Fastball away, swing and a miss.
Come on, Logan, battle, babe.
Dillo smiling down at Newman. They're having a good time. Saylor trying to jump back in behind Dillo every pitch after the pitch has been delivered. A 1-2 to Bach. Bases loaded, 1 out. Kendall ready in the pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Battle back in, Logan, let's go.
I wouldn't be surprised based on knowing Trey Newman. He is going to give an arm fake and force Mason Dillo to dive back into the bag just for his own personal entertainment right here, somewhere here shortly. Fastball down, gets flipped out towards the shortstop. Underneath the shortstop's glove.
Good job, Logan!
Goes in the 6-hole. Colby Kometko can't field it. That's an infield base hit as it passes by Colby Kometko at shortstop out to left field.
All right, Gracie.
Firebirds have not hit anything hard, and they got 3 consecutive base hits, so we'll take it. Even out some line drives here. So Logan Bach gets an RBI single to left on a kind of a jam shot ground ball. That pushes Mason Dillo. We got a cheering group here in the stands calling for Joseph. Not sure who Joseph is, but I'll make an assumption he's a senior. They want to see one of the seniors get a little PT here. I'm assuming the Pioneer coaching staff fighting for their playoff lives are saying, well, we'll put Joseph in if Joseph is the best guy to help us win. If not, too bad for Joseph.
All right, Gracie, go to work.
So Jackson Grace digging in. He singled his first at bat, hit the ball off the pitcher's leg. Fastball away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike to Grace. Bases juice, top of the 4th, 1 out. Firebirds pushed 1 in already, so it's tied up now at 1-1. Kendall ready in the pitch. Paints the inside corner. Called, strike 1. Stone walked. Carney, jam shot single. Trevor Long off the end of the bat single, and Logan Bach jam shot single, and we'll take it, Firebirds. They all look like line drives in the book. Kendall misses way outside. 2-1 now to Grace.
There you go, Gracie, zone it up.
And the pitch. Fastball misses up and away.
There you go, Gracie. 1 pitch,
3-1
1
now
spot.
to Grace. So Grace gets to zone it up a little bit, shrink the strike zone down and find something he likes. I would assume for Jackson that's something middle in, where he can turn and burn. Jackson Moltz in, Michael Saylor in, the middle back.
Cade, watch
So
the clicks.
Pinnacle and Brooks both looking for the double play. And the 3-1. Called strike 2 up and away. Nobody really liked that call that's wearing red. That sure looked like it could have been called a ball up. Don't blame Grace for not taking a hack at that one.
Hey,
And the
knock her
3-2. Fastball down and away, fouled off by Jackson. Good rip there by Jackson. Good job fighting off a tough pitch.
You got it, Jackson. You're on it.
And the 3-2. Misses down, ball.
Good job, Jackson. All right, Tegan, let's go to work.
So that's an RBI walk on a good at-bat by Jackson Grace. The second run now pushed across, so Cade Carney gets to jog it in. Put another mark on the board for the Firebirds. 2-1 Birds, and that brings up Tegan Carey.
Let's go, Tegan.
Grounded out to short his last at bat. It was actually a fielder's choice. First pitch, dots the outside corner. Called strike 1. 0-1 to Carey. Bases juice. 2 runs in, 1 out. And the 0-1. Down and away. Tegan takes a good rip, fouls it off straight back. The 0-2 now to Carey from Max Kendall. Timeout. Took too long to get the sign. Carey calls time and gets the call from the umpire.
Let's go, T.
The 0-2. Breaking ball right down the middle. Umpire has no idea the count. Forgets to call him out strike 3. Doesn't get a chance to do his patented punch out there because he's not paying attention. So the breaking ball middle is a called strike 3. So there's 2 down now, and that brings up Enzo Apodaca. Enzo 0 for 2. Fly ball to left, fly ball to short. Fastball in the dirt. Newman going to take a bruise, keep it there. 1-0 to Enzo. Enzo's seen 8 pitches in the game now, 7 fastballs and a breaking ball, so he's got to be looking dead red. 1-0 count here. There it is, down and away. Missed again. 2-0 now.
Zo. Way ahead, pick something you like.
And Enzo can just hunt fastballs now. Something he likes, put a good swing on it. Grace at first. Bach at second.
There we
Enzo
go.
gets one down, rips it into right field. Right fielder comes hard, makes the catch, and a line out to right field ends the inning on a good swing by Enzo Apodaca. Not before the Firebirds are able to push 2 across and take the lead. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 3 left on base. Coming up for the Pioneers, it's Kometko, Sailor, and Moltz in 1 minute. Leading off for the Pioneers in the bottom of the fourth, it's Colby Kometko. Kometko, the junior shortstop. Ball. The outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes now to Kometko. Kometko swinging a miss. Caught a little dirt, and he is gone. So Kometko chases one in the dirt, and that's 1 down. That brings up Michael Saylor, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Saylor was 0 for 3 yesterday. Breaking ball, misses down, ball 1. Stoney yanked that one, missed way out and away. So 2-0 now to Saylor. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bottom of the fourth. Breaking ball, paints the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Firebirds lead 2-1. They just pushed across 2 in the top of the fourth with 3 base hits. Breaking ball down and away. Saylor doesn't chase. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Saylor. Stone trying to force Saylor to swing it here. The 3-1. Fastball up, misses. Saylor takes it. And it's a runner on first now, Michael Saylor. That'll push Stone into the stretch. Brings up Jackson Moltz. Moltz 0 for 1, granted at the shortstop his first at bat on a changeup. Rolled it over. Chandler Hutchins got a changeup sinking down. Moltz just rolled it over to the shortstop. Love to have that same swing right here and get a 6-4-3 and go in and go hit. So Stone comes set. Saylor leading off first. Breaking ball middle, flipped out to right field. Logan Bach takes 2 or 3 steps back, makes a routine catch on the breaking ball. And that's the second out of the inning on a fly ball to right. So Saylor still at first. Jack Jepson now stepping up to the plate. Left-handed hitting senior. Playing center field today. Got to figure lefty, senior, center field. Built like he can run. I'm assuming Jepson's going to be able to run well. Infielders got to know to get rid of it. Stone the 0-0.
Hey, wait, paint.
Steerike on the inside corner. Stone ready in the 0-1. Breaking ball misses down. Laguna blocks it. Keeps Saylor at first base. Looks like he caught it maybe in the neck because he needs a timeout. Took one in the neck. Coach Tom Abrams actually going to maybe come out and check on him. I don't say that negatively. That's just the life of catchers. Hey, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. All right. Something getting in the neck, though. That gets concerning. It must have just got up and underneath his protective mask. Coach Abrams checks on him and decides to leave him out there. He's smiling, so must be all right.
Got his TV time. Got his little TV time. All right, let's play good.
Here you go, lads.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of 4, 2 outs. Saylor at first, Jepson at the plate, 1-1. Shaking off, shaking off, shaking off. And the 1-1. Fastball misses up, 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. Fastball up and in, nicks him on the elbow. That's going to be a hit by pitch. In the scoring position to second. Jepson walking it down to first. He doesn't look like he's feeling too hot. That might have got him in a tough spot. And that puts a little more strain on Tyler Stone because now he's got to face Nolan Brooks, who has had some pretty good at-bats against the Firebirds the last game and a half.
Come on, Noe. Come on, Ty.
0 for 3 yesterday, 1 for 2 today. Lined out, singled today so far. Another plus runner for the Pioneers. Two outs, 2 on. Brooks at the plate and the pitch. Overhand breaking ball, doesn't get the call. Umpire says it must have stayed up a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes to Brooks. Stone trying to get out of this 4th with the lead. The 1-0. Fastball down, flipped down the right field line. Flores chasing it over there. And makes the basket catch for the 3rd out of the inning.
Johnny Flores play right there.
Us, we are blessed 2 days in a row by having the pontiff here, Mr. Tom Newman. His nickname used to be the mayor, but it just didn't stick like the pontiff. He's here blessing us Firebird fans. Here in the palatial press box that Mr. Stone and I have set up. So the pop out by Brooks ends the inning, and we move to the top of the 5th. And I knew Mr. Newman would get up and leave, because as soon as I talk about him, he's going to leave. So we will be back in about 1 minute. Off we go to the top of the 5th. New pitcher for the Pioneers. It's Colby Kometko. Kometko actually in the lineup in the 6-hole. He was playing shortstop, so now he has moved on to the mound. Nolan Brooks has moved over to short. Saylor's still at 3rd. Smoltz still at 1st. That also moves Mike Ferraro into 2nd base. Looks like Jepson, after the hit by pitch, stayed in the game. So Kometko is now ready to go on the mound. He's going to be facing Connor Jones, Tyler Stone, and Anthony Laguna.
All right, Jonesy.
And we go. Top of the 5th. Kometko ready, Jones ready. Let's go. Fastball down the screws, taking strike 1. Fastball bounced it in there. Whoa. Kometko works really fast from the point that he takes a step back till he delivers the ball. Looks almost frantic. He is going quick. The 1-1 to Jones. Off we go. Fastball down the way, off Kometko's leg, bounces out towards shortstop. No chance for Saylor, no chance for Brooks. And Connor Jones has got a single off the leg of Colby Kometko.
Let's go, T.
Jones now at 1st. Kometko seems to let the Pioneer dugout know he's ready to go. And that's going to bring up Tyler Stone. So Stone grounded out to short and walked. His courtesy runner at the time, Mason Dillo, ended up scoring the first run of the game for the Firebirds.
Be on time, let's go.
Now you get Kometko out of the stretch. Jones at 1st. Fastball poured in there, down and away. Not down, just away. No balls, 1 strike to Stone. A 1-0 to, excuse me, 0-1 to Stone. And the pitch. Fastball misses up and away. So far, Pinnacle just rearing back and letting it fly. Let's see if he can beat Stone with fastballs here. I would be a little surprised, but hard to tell velo from back here. There's the slider. Gets it in the middle of the plate. Swinging and a miss by Tyler Stone. 1-2 now to Stone. Jones leading off first. Nobody out, top of the 5th. Stone gets one in, fouls it off down the first baseline. Little surprised we have not seen, now that it's deep in the count, try and take it, with Pinnacle taking a big leg lift. I know Newman throws well, but once you get deep in the count here, it changes it a little bit. You gave your big boy a couple rips, and now you got to get somebody in scoring position. But Pinnacle has a big leg lift. Slider away, swing and a miss. So Stone swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And that brings up Anthony Laguna. Laguna 1 for 2 on the day. Single to right, pop up to first base. As we've talked about many times, Lags is not going to get cheated. Slider away, gets the call pretty far outside. A little too much there, I think, on the slider.
Come on, Lags, let's go, baby.
No balls, 1 strike to Laguna. Again, top of the 5th, 1 out. Firebirds 2, Pioneers 1. Huge 6A Desert Valley matchup. Slider misses down. This is such a big game for both teams. The Firebirds with the win are now trying to fight their way into the 10-ish range on the Power Points ranking, a place where they might, depending on how they play against Liberty, be able to sneak themselves into the top 8 and get a bye. And if not, guarantee themselves at least a first-round home game versus having to go on the road. Pioneers, on the other side, they need a win to try and get themselves out of a place where if they don't play well the rest of the way, they could be starting to bumble around down 24, and nobody wants to be down there because sometimes you don't control your own destiny. Somebody wins you wouldn't think win, and all of a sudden your power point, you drop to 25 and you're out. Slider down and away, check swing by Laguna. They appeal to the umpire out at second. He says no swing. So all of a sudden,
there you go, Lags. Keep battling.
Breaking out the hammer. Same discussion here. Really surprised here that Jones isn't off and running on the big leg lift by Pinnacle. It's got to be a 1-4, 1-5, and there's why. Ground ball flipped out to second base. Ferrara doesn't even think about the double play or getting the lead runner, which was a little shocking. I think they would have had him if he just hustled to come get it and throw to second, but instead Ferrara decides to go to first, so Laguna is out 4-3 for the second out of the inning, but that does move Connor Jones up into scoring position, and Cade Carney digging in. Oh, 1 for 1 on the day, sack bunt, and a single to left. Slider gets the call. All of a sudden, we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive sliders from Pinnacle. The 0-1. There's your fastball, misses down and away. 1-1 now to Carney. Trying to find a way to get that third run pushed across. Slider, called strike, down in the bottom of the zone. The pitch. Slider stays up and away. It was close. No call there. A couple of the infielders were running off the field already. Thought they had a called strike 3.
There you go, battle.
And the pitch, slider down, fouled off by Cade Carney. So just a bushel of sliders all of a sudden by Pinnacle, and they look sharp and tight, and the Firebirds are doing their best to just fight them off. Pinnacle comes set in the 2-2. Slider down and in, fouled off down the right field line
Good
again.
AB going. Good job, Cade.
Got a long, tough AB going here for Cade Carney. 2-2, 2 outs. 2-1 Firebirds. Pinnacle comes set and the pitch. Carney flips it out to left field. Left field, they're playing real shallow this time. After last time, he was playing for the check down and he was right there, so it was just a routine fly ball out to the left fielder, and that ends the inning. Firebirds get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. So as Sweet Caroline comes over the PA system, we get ready for the bottom of the 5th. John Lowinger, Trey Newman, and Dylan Doherty in about 1 minute. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's like a 7-Up commercial out here. The sun is out and the rain is falling on us. I don't want Coach Ron Stone to melt. Made of sugar over here next to me. So off we go. John Lowinger, Trey Newman, and Dylan Doherty to lead us off in the 5th against Tyler Stone. Stone kicks and deals. It's like a change-up maybe, missed, down and away. The 1-0 to Lowinger. Fastball up, ripped into center field, getting away from Enzo Apodaca. He gets over and cuts it off, knocks it down, but not in time as Lowinger rolls into second base with a leadoff double.
The batting catcher, number 5, Trey Newman.
Lowinger doubles his second hit of the game, and that brings up Trey Newman 1 for 2. Ground out the third single to left. I can't for a minute imagine that you're going to see a bunt here. You're going to see Trey Newman try and drive the ball to right field, which is why we need to see the middle guy switch it up here. Cade Carney's got to be over in that hole. Keegan Terry's going to have to hold the runner here because I just can't imagine. If I can get Newman to swing at my pitch, I will. If not, I also don't want to throw a cookie out. Fastball away, ripped up the middle. That's a base hit. Missing a cutoff, puts more than our fair share of missing cutoffs. And Newman smokes one to center for a single. They held up Lowinger with nobody out at third. which allows Newman to move up to second. So now you got second and third on the day. Single up the middle. Looks like there's going to be some sort of change here. Some. Looks like Connor Jones moves over to center field. So a bunch of defensive changes. And now it's Enzo with the ball, looking to try and leave those runners out there at second and third. Sorry if we're breaking up on you watching here as the Pioneers have tied this thing up at 2. Enzo Apodaca out there. He's got 2 quick outs and he's trying to keep this thing where it is. Fouled back by Jackson Moltz. 1-1 to Moltz. 2-2 now. Bases still loaded. 2 down. 1-1 to Moltz. Enzo Apodaca comes set. And the pitch. Misses up and away. Two and 1 now to Moltz. Moltz 0 for 2 on the day.
Come on, Zo.
Ground out and pop and a fly ball. Pitch misses down. 3-1 now. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded. 2-2. So Enzo got to pour it in there and see what happens because you don't want to give him a freebie to take the lead in the 5th here. Enzo ready in the 3-1. Middle popped up over the backstop. Good job there by Enzo.
Good job, Zo.
Evening it back up at 3-2. Runners will be off. So you'll see the runner from third. He'll be taken off kind of towards the camera a little bit. So if Moltz pulls one foul, he doesn't get smoked. Everybody else will be taken off on the pitch. Not a bad time to pull the pick off, move over at first base. We'll see with a lefty. Fastball misses up, and the lead run scores on the base on balls.
All right, Zo, you're good. Let's go, baby.
So the courtesy runner for Trey Newman scores.
Number 2, Jack Jepson.
Jack Jepson coming to the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. Ground out to the pitcher. The play that our starting pitcher for the Firebirds, Chandler Hutchins, got hurt on. And then a hit by pitch. The bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-2 Pioneers. Jepson at the plate facing Enzo Apodaca.
Oh,
got
you, Anthony.
Jammed him on the inside.
Good job, boys. Hey, let's go hit.
That was just a little pop up to Anthony Apodaca, or Anthony Laguna, excuse me, on the jam shot. And that is the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Pioneers are able to push 2 across. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. So the Pioneers take the lead. The Firebirds got some work to do against Colby Kometko here. It's Trevor Long, Logan Bach, and Jackson Grace in 1 minute. We are back.
Designated hitter number 11, Trevor Long.
Let's go, T.
Trevor Long leading it off. 1 for 2 on the day. Strikeout and a single to center. Long looking to get on base somehow, some way. Got to get that run. We only got 6 outs to work with here. Facing Colby Kmetko. Slider down and away. Gets the call off the plate. No balls. 1 strike to Long. Kmetko set in the 0-1. Slider misses down. Umpire flunching. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball down and away. Misses. 2 balls.
Hey, zone it up, Trevor. Something you want. Something you can drive.
2-1 to Long. Top of the 6th. Nobody out. And the pitch.
Good.
Misses away again.
Hey, 1 pitch, 1 spot.
3-1 now to Long. Fastball paints the outside corner. Called
Hey,
strike
knock
2.
your walk. Let's go.
3-2. Nobody out. Top of the 6th. Firebirds trying to get 1 back here as they gave up 2 in the bottom of the 5th.
Good AB.
Fastball misses down and
Good
away.
AB, Trevor.
And Long
All right,
draws
let's
the
go.
leadoff walk
Right from the
to
number
start the
12,
6th.
Logan Bach.
You've got to figure that this is going to be the sack punt. You've got to try and get that tying run into scoring position. Kmetko, I'm assuming being a shortstop, is going to do a great job fielding position. Michael Saylor now 4 or 5 steps in on the grass, which is why Logan needs to angle the bat so that the bunt, you want the first baseman to field this bunt. You do not want to be bunting the ball to third. Slider misses down, no square to bunt. So Bach 1 for 2 on the day, strikeout and a ground ball base hit through the left side. So 1-0 now to Bach. Long at first, Kmetko comes set and the pitch. Fastball up and away, huge swing and a miss there by Logan Bach. And I'm wondering if they're going to consider letting Trevor Long try and steal it. And once again, the big leg kick by Kmetko. It's pretty fast, but it still takes some time. And the 1-1. Fastball down and away, misses. Definitely surprised here, not seeing the bunt. It seems most of the year, Coach Abrams, when it's an obvious style type bunt situation, that he sticks with that, but probably has a good feeling in Bach, and Bach flips it down the left field line. Just foul by inches. Trey Newman says it's by this much. Look at Newman looking at the camera. By that much. So Bach gets jammed and it flipped down the left field line, falls foul. And now it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trey Newman getting some camera time. And we're ready to go with the 2-2. Fastball down and away. Called strike 3. Boy, that looked like it was pretty far down and away.
All right, Gracie.
Now batting, third baseman number 17, Jackson Grace.
Always easy to second guess, but after. You got to let, when you're a coach, after the kid strikes is where, why didn't I bunt? Not before.
Right. Go, Gracie.
So Jackson Grace stepping in, 1 for 1 on the day, walked and singled on a base hit off the pitcher in his first at bat. Fastball, called a ball. Up and away. Wind's starting to pick up here a little bit, starting to get a little nasty. You can probably see the really dark clouds out over the center field batter's eye. Dust starting to pick up around home plate. Grace calls timeout. 3-2 Pioneers, 1 out, top of the 6th. Slider middle, fouled off down the left field line. Wind's going to push it back. Saylor gives it a chase and it falls foul, out of play. 1-1 to Grace now. Grace playing third base today for the Firebirds. Might be even see his pants whipping. The wind really picked up all of a sudden, kind of going left to right. Long leading off at first. Haven't seen him make an attempt at anything yet. Picks over. Kametko thinking like I was. Long going to do something at some point here. The wind gusts are getting brutal here, folks. Well, the 1-1 pitch to Grace. Slider paints the outside corner. 1-2 now to Grace. Kametko's hat blows off his head. The wind's blowing so hard all of a sudden. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Long at first. Kametko on the mound. Steps off and resets. Looks like his go-to pitch is definitely that hard slider. So Gracie's going to have to fight it off if he doesn't get something to hit. Fastball, fouls it off.
Good job, Gracie.
Got a pitch to hit there, just missed it. Boy, it'd be nice if he could get a routine fly ball to right, because a routine fly ball to right now, you're going to end up in the football stadium. The wind's blowing so hard out to right. Let's see if Gracie can get something up in the air to right. The infield's going to have a hell of a time if he hits it in the air, too, because it is so windy right now. Fastball misses down. 2-2 now to Grace. Kametko set in the pitch. Slider on the outside corner, called strike 3.
Come on, Tegan.
So you get a leadoff walk, and then we go back-to-back strikeout looking. That brings up Tegan Carey 0 for 2 on the day. Fielder's choice to the shortstop and strikeout in his second at-bat. Temperatures drop, the wind is blowing, and it is nasty out here, folks. I don't like being cold. I'm a sissy. First pitch misses. Carey. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball away. Stays out there. Misses. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Fastball middle, bounces it out to Nolan Brooks. It's short. He's going to flip it over to first. Jackson Maltz. Carey's thrown out at first base on the ground out. And we move to the bottom of the 6th.
I was thinking about it.
Firebirds down to their last 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Nolan Brooks, John Lowinger, and Trey Newman. 1 minute. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. New pitcher, Ryan Klotniak. Haven't seen Ryan for a while. Glad to see him back out there. He's only thrown an inning or so. One pitch, I think, in the last few weeks. So good to see him getting some work in. He's our closer. We're facing the top of the order here with the Firebirds. Ryan Clotney, the closer, coming in to face the top of the order, and Nolan Brooks. Bottom of the 6th. Fastball misses down. 1-0 now. And the pitch. Down and away. Dribbles it through the right side between Stone and Carney. And it's a no-out single there.
Number 8, John Lowinger.
By Nolan Brooks. Lowinger now to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Single up the middle, single to right center. Clotney, you're ready to go. And the pitch to Lowinger. Squares to bunt. Fouls it off. Good job by Lowinger there getting ahead. Oh-1 to Lowinger. Brooks on first. Leading off, plus runner. You got to figure at some point he's going to look to try and run. Well, they did square to bunt. That's an earlier square, so watch the pullback. Nope. Bunts it out to Clotney. He flips it over to Stone for the sack bunt, first out of the inning.
Now batting your catcher, number 5, Trey Newman.
So, but my money, Trey Newman's not seen a strike right here. We're just going to take our chances with the next guy. Newman 2 for 3 with a fly out to center and 2 rockets to left. So I'm not, if you want to give me an out in front of your best guy, I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to face your next guy, who, by the way, is 2 for 3. So as well, it's not. And there it is. Automatic walk. No reason to pitch to him. And doing the Firebirds a little favor there by bunting in front of Trey Newman. Now, like I said, no picnic, because now you got Dylan Doherty, who's 2 for 3 on the day, but it's still, that's the guy you want to face.
Brett Tony.
The courtesy runner for Newman is Nick Bratton-Tony.
Hey, roll it up, boys!
Dylan Doherty now going to come to the plate after the meeting at the mound by Coach Alex Adrian, the pitching coach of the Firebirds. So Coach is going to kind of explain what we got going on here. I was sitting here just saying, do not bunt in front of him, and sure enough, thank you very much. Did the Firebirds a favor. Automatically get to take the bat out of Newman's hands. And not a surprise. It's very similar to what we see. Anytime we bunt in front of Tyler Stone, he gets to take a jog to first base, and somebody behind him's got to pick up the duties. So Doherty now going to step in 2 for 3. Bratton-Tony, the courtesy runner for Newman at first. Nolan Brooks now out at second. And Clotney has got to keep an eye on Brooks because he will time you up and try and steal that bag. And here we go with 1 out. And there goes Brooks. Timed him up perfect. Wild pitch gets away. And sure enough, Brooks had him timed from the first pitch. Took off long before Clotney delivered the ball. And that's Nolan Brooks. So a stolen base by Brooks. A backdoor stolen base for Bratton-Tony. And now you got 2 runners on base with 1 out. Infield now going to come in. The wind is just whipping, and the temperature's dropped about 20 degrees in 15 minutes. And Clotney has got some work to do here, down 1-0. Fastball away, good pitch there. Swing and a miss.
Shorten up, try. Come on now. Hey, team at bat right here. Let's go.
Three-2 Pioneers. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Change up, misses down, taken. not one of these places where you're going to give in right here to Doherty. You got Bomberito on deck, and I know you don't want the bases loaded, but at the same point, I'm not giving in throwing a cookie here. These 2 runs are huge, and that means we got to go to bases loaded and go for the double play there. Good pitch there. Down and away, called strike. Hopefully folks can see the rainbow out in right center field. Guys got to throw the same type of pitch. Throw a great pitch, you walk them, you don't care. Laguna sets up in, and the fastball. Fly ball to right, but it's going to be a tough. And the first out of the inning. Excuse me, second out of the inning. I had a sack bunt earlier. But now there's 2 down. Bomberito now digging in. Fastball up, flipped on the ground out to Tegan Carey. Got to get rid of it, and he does. And it's a routine ground out to Tegan Carey for the 6-3 putout. And the Firebirds are down to their last rips. They need 2 to get back in this thing. And it will be top of the order, Enzo, Connor Jones, and Tyler Stone in 1 minute. Let's go, Firebird fans. We need 2 runs here. Enzo Apodaca leading us off. Enzo 0 for 3 on the day. A fly out to short, fly out to left, and a line out to right field. Colby Kmetko going to stay out there for his 3rd inning of work. Zipping that slider in there. Rainbow still hanging in there for us. You can see that out in right center. We got the cameraman to wake up and move the camera for a second, try and get a little rainbow shot in, and the pitch. Called strike 1 on the outside half. Probably taking right here. That I think Coach Abrams does have the boys take now and then. You need 2 runs. Enzo's run doesn't pitch there by Kmetko. Gotta keep him off that slider, keep him off that outside half. And the 1-2. Slider, good job by Enzo, fouls it off. 1-2 to Enzo, leading off the top of the 7th. Firebirds down to their last rips. Slider on the outside half. Enzo knew it. Called strike 3 through the back door.
All right, Jonesy, let's go.
That's
baby.
the first out of the inning, and the Firebirds are dying to get somebody on.
Got to fight.
Try and get that tying run to the plate. So Jones, 1 for 3. Fly ball to left, line out to right, and a single off Kmetko in his first at bat. Fastball down the middle, screws. You can. That's 2 guys in a row, so my assumption is they got him taken until they get a strike, and Kmetko's taking advantage of it, throwing it in there. Fastball way up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Newman has to jump up to catch it. Jones trying to find a way to get on here in front of Tyler Stone. We got a windstorm blowing out to right, so not a bad time to be a right-hand hitter. He chops it on the ground up to Nolan Brooks at short. Brooks flips it over to the bag, and that is the second out of the inning.
24, Tyler Stone.
All right, Ty, let's go to work.
Stone to the plate, 0 for 2
Hey,
on
keep
the
the
day.
game alive. Let's
Ground
go,
out to
baby.
short, strikeout
Drive
and
line
walk.
drive.
Doing anything he can now to just get on base. A home run here doesn't mean diddly. We need a base runner here to give this team a chance to bring that tying run to the plate in a windstorm. You never know. Slider, Stones flips it into out to shortstop. Nolan Brooks is camped. And a 0-0 slider is popped up to the shortstop, and that
Firebirds 2, your winning
is the
pitcher,
third out of the
number
inning.
6, Colby Pinnacle.
Tough one for the Firebirds here, Firebird fans. Looking at this score
All
sheet,
families, all senior families can be over by
Firebirds hit 2 balls hard, 3. Enzo hit a line drive. And so until next time, Firebird fans, thank you, and we'll see you soon.